it's that validation coming from within yourself as opposed to other people.
I don't know where it happened. I don't know where it became so glamorous to be busy.
And I recognize now that that was so unhealthy.
You don't have to be busy to prove your worth.
Where do we prioritize ourselves?
No, stop it. Why do we do that?
You're listening to the Apology Void podcast.
I was the distraction again. Every week I do this.
Yet again.
When the countdown timer is on.
Sal's like, let's go. Let's smash it out. Let's record this. I'm sorry, what are we talking about? And it's at 4, 3, 2. Oh, I got this. Okay, cool. Great. Awesome.
It's just my brain catching up. You know, we've talked about this. We've spoken about this. I can't hear myself, so I need to just sort of repeat it out loud. Anyway, today we are talking about, because I know the answer, productivity does not equal your worth.
Yeah, that one's a big topic that's come up for me a lot this week. A lot. Both for myself and for a lot of other people in my world. And so I was like, Sal, what do you feel about this? And apparently it sounds like, it sounds like you might resonate as well.
And I think heaps of people do. And another way to say it, I guess, is being busy and always having something to do and having tasks and things doesn't make you more worthy of love or respect or things like that. You know, it doesn't mean you don't have to be busy to prove your worth, I guess is another way of putting it. Surely we've all felt that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we talk about to-do lists a lot and how both of us have to-do lists and things on our plate. But the fact that there are sometimes things we don't cross off doesn't mean we're not worthy. It doesn't mean we're not worthy of rest or that we're not worthy of like rejoicing and celebrating and all of that. The things that we accomplish, that we do, that we like keep busy with are not equal to our value. Like our value is totally and completely separate from that. And we are beautiful humans worthy of love and peace and rest and joy and happiness, no matter what we do or do not do. There.
100%. So what brought this up? Like for you, what was it that like triggered this? You're like, this needs to be a topic.
Yeah. So I deal with a few chronic illness issues. And I have always been a high achieving, do all the things, make my space beautiful, get everything done, push, 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 push kind of person until I collapse. And I physically cannot do that anymore. I cannot do that. My body doesn't work like it used to, and it will never work like it did in the past. It won't work like that ever again. And I recognize now that that was so unhealthy. So we are actually preparing our house for guests to come over for a big dinner that we're hosting. And ADHD brain is like, you have to redo the entire bathroom before guests come. My brain said it has to happen. And then every nook and cranny of the house has to be clean. And you have to plan the perfect menu. And you have to do this and that and the other thing so that when people walk in your house, it doesn't look like you live there. And that's just not realistic. And I recognize that if my house doesn't look perfect, the people here are going to love me no matter what. They're going to love the fact that I actually took time to rest. They're the people who would tell me, take time to rest, ask for help. They're the ones who would show up and do whatever was asked of them because they love me. So why am I tying my intrinsic value to how clean my house is or my bathroom being completely painted? I was in the middle of the project and I broke down in tears because I was in so much pain. And my dear, beautiful partner said, it doesn't all have to get done now. And I was like, of course not. And then I cried more. But that's kind of why that's been coming up for me. And then other people in my life have been dealing with some of the same things and feeling like not worthy because they've had to reduce their load or their schedule due to other things happening that are out of their control. So That's where that's been coming up for me. And it's been heavy, man.
First, relate.
Yep.
Why is it that we have this thing? Okay, so I always think about this because when people are coming over, I have this thing too. Like my house looks like a display home. And I'm like, but I can't help it. As much as I say it doesn't matter, but I still do it. I can't help it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yet when if I go to visit family or friends, literally anybody, I do not care what their house looks like. I don't have a look at its cleanliness. I don't care, right? It's only
Legit.
my own. So that is reversed. Like if I'm not caring when I'm going to other people's spaces, they don't care when they come to mine. But it's really hard to do that. That's first thing. But you can't stop.
It's so hard. It's hard to give yourself the grace that you give other people. And I feel like if we just stopped and went, okay, if I were in the other person's position, what would I think? That would have been a great thing. No, I wouldn't care. Wouldn't care.
So they're probably not going to care.
Nope. Not an ounce.
No. And second is that going a step prior to that is that we have somewhat, I think we've spoken about this before briefly, but we have somewhat been conditioned that the more things, it's like socially acceptable to have more things on our plate. For example, like it's like we're conditioned to be busy and to have more things on our to-do list. So somehow we manage to create more things on our to-do list because that subconsciously we think that makes us more worthy.
Yeah.
I can't specifically pinpoint a time in my life where that's happened, where someone has like said to me that you're more worthy if you're busy or you are more important if you have more things on. I can't pinpoint, but it's there. For some reason, it's like in the back of your brain. It's like you have to be busy. So I guess a challenge that I want to put out there, for me too, and for us, is that don't even fill the to-do list. Like don't eat, like, okay, for us, it's very hard, I know, because we love lists. But it's like, all right, have that brain dump list or whatever, but bring in that one thing. We've spoken about that before, but don't fill the page. This is the biggest advice to myself. I'm going to say this knowing that I need this. Don't invite the chaos. I do that, guys. I do that. I'll admit. I can't help it. It just follows me around. It just follows me around. Somehow I manifest the chaos. But I think it is because I've just tried to put so much on my plate. And it's not until I get to the point where I'm the equivalent of crying on the bathroom floor because I'm renovating it but I get to the point and I'm like, I think I've taken on too much. think I've hit my limit. Shit.
Yeah.
That point. Like
I
what I'm
do
saying
know
is
that
let's not
point.
get there. Let's not get there.
I'm trying to avoid getting there,
Ditto.
by not pushing myself, by not filling the page with everything. I have another friend who has some chronic health issues, and every day she only lists out 2 things that she's going to do. Just 2. Just 2. And those 2 things, no matter whether they are big or small, that's it. If other things get done, great. If they don't, okay. And if those 2 things need to get pushed on to the next day, that's also okay usually. Like, she taught me so much about not holding myself in this guilty space for not accomplishing more or doing more. Like, I don't know where that inside voice of be busy, do more came from. But I almost wonder if it's like I want to be interesting or have something to talk about. And so it's like you always have to have that thing. Or maybe if you're not keeping up on your laundry, if your house is a mess, maybe that's your way of thinking to yourself like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to be loved, because you see externally so often, and we've talked about this before on social media, how everyone has their curated life is good and beautiful and picture perfect thing. Today, mm, mm, mm. I if you're
We've got
not
a
watching it,
story.
you should do that. Today, I had to film a piece of content today that was due within 48 hours. And my house is a literal construction zone. And this was supposed to be like a clean, well lit, aesthetic shot. And I was like, there is no freaking place where I can do this. But that's the expectation for so
Yeah.
much that we put out there, is that it's this curated aesthetic feel. And if we don't do that, and if we don't meet that, are we not worthy of rest and love? Like, if we're not doing that, how can we let ourselves relax or enjoy a game like you want to do sometimes? Like, where do we prioritize ourselves in all of that?
Mm. Mm-hmm. 100%. And often we create these tasks that make us busy and busy. Another thing that I think, well, I personally do, but a lot of people do, is that we make such a small task so big as well. So something that if you just went, okay, I'm going to do that right now. Okay, ADHD, 100%. Understand, not always possible, can't focus, etc. If it takes, my uncle always says, if it takes less than 5 minutes, do it now. Right? So I like that, number one. That's really good, but that's a side note. I think, for example, doing like a couple of emails or, okay, I've got the perfect one. I'm doing it right now as we speak. I did my tax return. I think we spoke about this last time. So
Yeah.
he's prepared it all. All I have to do is sign the bloody document. But it's been sitting in my email for like 5 days. It's going to take 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. So then it's in my back of my brain, takes up space, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Because every time I'm setting my week up or setting my day up or thinking about the things that I do need to do, that I need to make a priority, I'm like, oh shit, got to sign the tax. It just keeps coming forward and forward. And all of the things that we're doing, so all of those little things are then so big, but they take 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that knowing full well I do that. I'm just telling you.
First of all, I also have one of those that keeps taking up brain space that is going to just take 3 minutes. So I think today you and I should be accountability partners and just do that and message each other when the 3-minute task is done. That's number one. Number two, I feel like we make the small things big and the big things smaller than they should be. So like we underestimate how much time the big stuff is going to take. And then we overestimate and make a bigger deal of all of the small things. And I feel like when we can step back and look at things objectively and just go, okay, let's just actually take a look at what has to be done versus what doesn't, and where I'm at and what I can manage and how long that's actually going to take. So instead, like, of my bathroom, where I normally in the past me would have been like, we've got this in 1 weekend. It's going to be fine. Rather than trying to do it all in 36 hours, I've done it over the course of a week. I've done things slowly to allow my body to have more rest, to give myself space, to give myself time. And also realizing again, though, that whether or not I got it done, it did not actually assign me value. I just know, looking at it now, that it brings me a lot more joy. And that is what was worth it for me. Not because it has to get done for other people, because I wanted it done for me. That was special.
And that's a really important distinction, right? Like that you can do things that I guess you've added to your list and may not be necessary, but don't do them for other people. Don't think, oh, I need to clean my bathroom because people are coming over.
Right.
And renovate, in your case, a whole bathroom in a weekend. Renovate your bathroom because you want the space to be
Yeah.
nice. And then it's a sense of accomplishment as well. If you can create that positive energy around it, it probably does increase your self-worth, because it improves your self-confidence, improve your self-belief, all of those things. So it probably does make you feel more worthy. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean you are, because your bathroom is clean. You've just accomplished something that you really wanted to do. And that's a nice intrinsic feeling. It doesn't mean that it's out there for the world, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's that validation coming from within yourself as opposed to other people. Not,
Uh-huh.
again, tying the fact that it gets done to your worth, but rather the fact that you do something that you love that makes you happy. While I was, painting the walls and patching and doing all of that, I found a sense of joy that I had been missing. I found something that I missed about myself. And then I was able to pour more energy into it because I love it. I enjoy it. I do the things for me. So my teammate who was struggling with reducing her schedule because of some other things in her life, she was feeling the same kind of guilt about how, reducing her schedule made her feel like she wasn't worthy of something. And she came into work one day and was like, I feel like a whole human again, because she was able to rest, because she was able to take care of the other things. And so we were able to kind of like turn this and say, okay, you're doing less, but you're so much happier and you're so much healthier and you're so worthy of just love and rest and peace, no matter what is on your schedule or on your plate. You are not tied to how much you do and how productive you can be.
100%. And it also is, people, like, if you create your schedule and you're filling it, like you're just packing it out, guilty. Nobody's seeing that. Nobody's looking at that. So
No.
where is it that we're like, oh, I'm more important, I'm worthy, tick, in my brain because I'm so busy, but only you're seeing that, and only you know that you're busy. So it's like there's no external confirmation that
No.
you're busy. So it's so ingrained that
Mhm.
just think this is a world that we're creating in our own head, right? We're creating this solely on our own. We have spoken about this before, like this society thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where it happened. I don't know where it became so glamorous to be busy.
Yeah.
But it gives me the shits. So people say, oh, I'm really busy. It's like, oh, yes, same. I'm so accepted. No, stop it. Why do we do that? It just does my head in.
So it gives you the shits?
It gives me the shits. Not the literal shits.
Well, I was
Do you
thinking...
guys not say that? Gives me the shits.
No, not like that, I don't think. Some people might, but I was like, sometimes busyness and being too busy and not sleeping enough does give me the shits. So, I guess I guess we could relate this.
Okay, so for all the Aussies, you know what I'm talking about when I say it gives me the shits. For all the Americans and others who are listening, perhaps, it means it pisses me off.
Excellent.
I guess you got that.
I have not used that phrase, but it might be coming into my vocabulary and vernacular now.
It just rolls off the tongue for me. Just rolls off.
Gives me the shits.
Yeah, it's just keeps it coming. But it does. How many times do you say to people, like, how are you or what have you been up to? And their response is, yeah, good, I'm really busy. Oh, yeah, I'm really busy. Everybody just says that. Yeah. Whether they're actually busy or no judgment. I don't actually want to be busy.
No.
No thanks. No thanks.
No.
There are times in my life where there is more things that I have to do and it does create a busier schedule. Yes. But I don't want to be busy. And I do say it. I'm so guilty of it. I'm saying this again, knowing that I do it. And I try to stop myself because I don't want to glamorize being busy. I want to glamorize taking a step back, taking care of ourselves, doing things that make us feel happy, doing things that make us feel joy, spending time for ourselves, spending time with our loved ones, probably the most important, and giving them time, not time to reorganizing my cupboards for the 77th time. Not important. Nobody's looking in your cupboards, Sally. Nobody is looking in your cupboards. except for me. This is like a TED talk to myself, isn't it? I'm like TED talking myself right now. Thank you for coming. You're welcome.
We've made it. We've done it. If there were an Olympic sport for cabinet organizing, I'm sure you would get the gold.
Oh, it's in the bag. I would win. I would absolutely win. Pantry organization as well. I would win.
And you know what?
Wait, is the gold medal how many times you do it, or is it gold medal the end result?
You know what? If you need a gold medal for or an awards, Sally, I will send you one.
I'll just make it happen.
But for the rest of you,
going to say for talking. I thought you were going to say a gold medal for talking. I was like, I'll win that too.
Also a sport. We are winning it. Can't play team sports, but this individual, we got it.
We got it. The talking. Anyway, I just hijacked the whole topic, I think. I don't know. We're off track. I don't know.
Well, what I was going to say is there are no awards for who is the most accomplished and sleeps the least. Like, there's just
100%.
not.
There's just not.
So I value sleeping now and resting my body, and it's brilliant. Do I still get in the headspace on a regular basis because I was a high achiever? Still am a high achiever. Do I still get in the headspace of, like, I shouldn't go to bed if these things aren't done? Absolutely. Absolutely. Did I get in a weird, funky headspace this morning because my body was just so tired and I felt like I couldn't do anything and I just had to let it rest? And I was like, I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be doing other things. Should be doing other things is the worst. I hate the word should so much, vehemently. Should is like,
throw it away.
What am I? Should. Like the year I gave up busy, I should give up the word should. So
what does it do?
Anyway,
It gives you the shits.
gives me the shits. The word should gives me the shits, Sal.
We do use it though.
God.
And I just want to like reiterate the point. A little bit off topic, but on topic. As per usual. That everything that we say, everything that we speak about on the podcast today and every other week, fortnight, whatever it is that we're not perfect. Like we here are sitting here, we're not perfect. It's just things that we work on every day. And it's not, we're not up here on our high horse going, oh, we're so great. We don't get too busy and we don't use the word should and blah, blah, blah. Absolutely not. Like I am a work in progress. Always will be a work in progress because we're always learning, we're always evolving, and we can only make small incremental changes at a time. We can't just flick a switch and all of a sudden all the things that we've spoken about are just there and we are just existing on the highest plane of existence. No,
it's a practice. And like, we're not going to curate this podcast with only the things that we have mastered. That's not realistic. That's not helpful for anyone. No, this podcast wouldn't exist then. I mean, the reason we're doing
topics.
The reason we're doing this topic today is because I personally need it. I need to hear this. The reason we talked about distractions is because we needed to talk about distractions and both of us staying focused. The reason we talked about not giving up before you reach the finish line is because we needed to talk about that. I mean, we talk about these things because we are works in progress and because other people are too. So
Mm.
you are worthy of rest. You are deserving of love, no matter what you do, accomplish, or whatnot. I am talking directly to myself in the camera right now, saying, "You are worthy, Caitlin."
You talked to me and I was like, yes, I am.
Yes, Sal, you are. I'm sorry. Sal, you are
No,
worthy.
got
You
you.
are.
Goes and deletes half the to-do list. No, because I do have a pretty big one at the moment. No, but do you know what, though? Last night, I will admit, because we were texting each other last night, Katie and I said, we changed the recording date to today because I can't do the other day, whatever. Long story short is that I was like, hey, can we do this time? Because I really want to have a sleep in. Even though I do have a fair bit on my plate. I'm not busy, but there is a fair bit on my plate. But I was like, you know what? No, if that doesn't get done. My body yesterday was quite fatigued. It was feeling a bit run down. I was like, I actually need to just have a rest, have a sleep in, because I'm not, as you said, I'm not going to get an award for waking up super early and just getting more things done.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right, has there been, okay, maybe there is a handful of times, but majority of the time, the things that must get done, so there are things in our life that we must do, right? As in, there isn't a choice, like that we have deadlines, etc. for things, okay? They get done.
Yeah.
You find a way. No matter what, the things that are actually of the most utmost important, whatever I just said, get done. The stuff that doesn't matter will take a back seat.
Yeah.
I guess it's just about prioritizing the most important so you don't fill your time with the not important. Make yourself more busy because you feel more worthy.
Yeah.
You know?
There's so little that has to get done. There's so little.
Yeah.
So you're worth it, Sal. You're worth the rest. And I'm pretty sure when you asked for a later time, my response was all caps, go sleep.
It literally was. Literally was. And I did. I had a great sleep. It was a great sleep. Hence why I'm on fire today.
I'm on fire. Anyway.
All right.
I'm proud of you for advocating for yourself, for resting, and the people who love you will support your needs and equate your worth to who you are intrinsically, not to how much you do.
100%.
Have a great week.
Proud of us. Have a great week.
I'm
Talk
proud
soon.
of us too. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.